Hello friends, how you been? My eye has been twitching for 2 days straight now. Don't know what that means. I might be dying. Who knows? It's spring break. Last year I spent my spring break in Rio de Janeiro with my school, and this year the sophomores are in Greece, and most of my friends happen to be sophomores, so I'm at home with no one but my siblings. Let's do a weird rubber face mask. Shake it up, give skin a shot. A shot of what? I don't know. I turned 21, I can legally drink now. You see what I'm doing? There's garbage all over the floor, don't talk to me. Ugh. Tell if I got everything because the package is so thick. Ooh, this smells refreshing. Oh, it sounds like it's peeing. Y'all see that? It's turning gray. Okay, I gotta do this part back. Cover the baby mouth and shake it. Oh God, it's getting everywhere. Oh God. This is wild. Okay. I have to rubber. Ew, I have to, okay. I only have like 2 minutes to do this before it gets solid. Oh my God. This is bizarre. The straw that was in the baby mouth is like a little spatula. Oh my God, ew. This mask was like $12. Hello. So this looks horrifying. It's thick. I feel like I'm covered in slime. I feel like a garden snail. So from out of this thirsty baby came this. Good Lord. Thought I'd make this a video about skincare, so I'm going to show you my entire skincare routine. It's that time of year where it's like winter, but it's like edging towards spring, but it's really not. So my skin is all over the place. It's really dry in some patches, it's super oily in some patches, and I also have hormonal acne, so it's just a grab bag of what my skin's gonna do. What I do for a cleanser, usually, is when I don't forget my entire shower caddy in another state, I use a Burt's Bees exfoliating cleanser. Burt's Bees natural, does it have walnut shell? I don't know, it's got something ground up. It's a nice exfoliator. It leaves my skin smooth. And then when I don't use that, I use the Burt's Bees like dandelion extract cream cleanser, which is like tingly, which is nice. And when I'm too lazy to actually wash my face, I use this Yes2 cucumber soothing micellar water cleanser. It's got a nice pump top, which is fun. So I use it with these plain cotton rounds from Target. It's really good for if you're using makeup wipes to use that afterwards, and then it also gets any remnants off, and you'd be surprised how much is left over after using a makeup wipe. And what I follow that up with is my favorite toner ever. The Heritage Store Rose Petals Rose Water Vinegar. Okay, yeah. So it's a combination of apple cider vinegar and rose water. Apple cider vinegar is so good for you. Like, not to be one of those crunchy people, but like, it's good for your hair. I use diluted apple cider vinegar as a hair rinse instead of a conditioner, and my hair's never been softer. It's good for your skin if you have acne and redness, as long as you dilute it, because if you just use straight up apple cider vinegar, that's a little strong. It's very acidic. But as a toner, this is so nice. It's rose water and apple cider vinegar, so you get the benefits of apple cider vinegar, the benefits of rose water, and it doesn't smell like straight up vinegar because of the rose water. And it says that it uses like Vormag water has been vortexed and magnetized to raise the energy to a higher vibration that we believe to be more beneficial. This vinegar is good for your chakras or something. It's nice. Sometimes I spritz it on my dead ends and it livens them up a little bit. My new favorite skincare line, I don't know, is The Ordinary. I talked about their niacinamide and zinc serum in my Glossier dupe video, as well as I think I talked about this lactic acid. I It's a mild peeling chemical exfoliant, which sounds scary, but it's really not. It's very gentle formula. This is the 5% lactic acid. When I run out, I think I'm gonna reorder the 10% because usually I have sensitive skin, but I didn't really react to this at all, so I'm gonna up it a little just because my skin needs a lot of help. I use only at night because when you use acids, your skin is more susceptible to sun damage, so I use this before bed, and then you gotta make sure you have a moisturizer with SPF in it or sunblock. It's got a nice dropper, so sometimes I'll drop it right on my face, sometimes I'll put a little bit in my palm and then rub it on, and then sometimes I'll use the cotton rounds. And it doesn't like burn your skin away. It's not like a chemical peel. It just I feel like it brightens my skin a little bit. Like when I use this, like I can see a difference afterwards, if that makes sense. And then I follow that up with the niacinamide and zinc serum, which is so much cheaper than the Glossier serum, and honestly better. I did a whole video about that. I don't need to talk about that. And then my moisturizer is just your run-of-the-mill Target Up and Up brand oil-free facial moisturizer with sunscreen, broad spectrum SPF 15, which is the exact same thing as the Neutrogena version. It's just like $3 cheaper. God, this is just so frightening. And then my favorite eye cream that I'm actually running out of is just this e.l.f. Cosmetics Illuminating Eye Cream, Vitamin E, and it's got like a lovely cooling effect. It's not a thick cream. It's like definitely like a water cream. This is, first of all, almost empty. I love that there's it's got a little leaf on the thing to keep it closed. I've used it almost completely. It's just in the edges now. But it smells light. It smells like a spa. It smells like cucumber. It's thin, it's moisturizing, and it's got a great cooling effect when you use it right in the morning. I have really bad dark circles, and my eyes aren't really puffy usually, but it's a very soothing feeling, so if they were puffy, I'm sure they're not after. But that is my everyday skin routine. I love coffee so much. Oh my god. I had so much coffee last night and this morning because I was reviewing submissions for my school's literary journal, literary journal, because I might not be an English or writing major, but I sure wish I was, and I'm one of the few members of our literary society, so gotta help out where you're needed. I love literature. Honestly, I've been reading so much since college started, actually. Like, I think it was honestly thanks to one of my professors my spring semester freshman year, because I took, it's still one of the best classes I've ever taken. Like, even if you're not an English major, if you like to read, take a couple of rogue English classes if you can fit them into your schedule. My freshman year, I took the Gothic tradition in British Lit, and so we read Gothic novels. Some of them were rough, because we're talking, The Castle of Otranto was the earliest one we read, and that was like, I don't know, 1600s maybe? It was when novels were still a relatively novel idea. Like, people didn't write whole narrative books at that point so much. Like, it was a new idea. So, the prose was interesting. All of my books are on the shelf right here. My 3 favorite books we read in that class were The Grotesque by, can't see the first name, the last name is McGrath. I think it was written in the 80s. The Grotesque, that was a really good one. Short too, which means it's not a really long read. And then we read The Little Stranger by Sarah Waters of Fingersmith and Tipping the Velvet fame. That was a really good one. It was very suspenseful and ambiguous. You're not quite sure what's happening, but you have a couple ideas. It was such a good book. And I saw the movie, and it was, the movie wasn't great. And then we read, where is it? I can't find it. I think I gave it to my mom to read, but it's called The 13th Tale, and I can't remember the woman's name because the book's not in front of me. But The 13th Tale is great if you love deception and possible ghosts and family secrets and drama. But I took this Gothic literature class my freshman year, and I was like, oh my god, I remember enjoying reading. Because elementary school and even up to middle school, I read nonstop. I'd check like 3 books out of the library at the same time, and like I remember in 2nd grade my teacher telling me, Emma, you can't read more than 1 book at once, and I was like, the hell I can't, Eileen. Sorry, oh my god, I love my teacher so much. I would never call her by her first name. She told me I couldn't read that many books at once, and I was like, excuse me, I am. And then in high school, I kind of stopped reading, like entirely outside of what was required for class, which is kind of sad, but so was I in high school for most of it, so, you know, maybe there's a correlation there. It wasn't until my spring semester of freshman year of college that I remembered that I really enjoy reading. And so what I'm reading right now, I've read, I want to say like 15 books in the past like year, which is great. I'm currently reading The Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul by Douglas Adams, which is the 2nd book in the Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency series. And then I'm also started reading The Well of Loneliness by Radcliffe Hall, because one of my coworkers from camp over the summer was doing her dissertation on like lesbian identity through print media. And she was like, hey, I'll send you a bunch of books. And I said, thank you. But come back when this mask is off and we can marvel at my smooth or horribly reacted skin. We'll find out when it's off. I'm gonna send you off with a music recommendation because I just started listening to The 10th Band. You can, well, it's a band called The 10th. You can find them on Instagram at The 10th Band, but they're just called The 10th if you're looking on iTunes or Spotify. But they have a new album out called Dunes, and they have another album out called, I want to say it's called Boys We Don't Know. Poet that I love, Randa McGavin, is friends with 1 or 2 of the people in it. So I saw that in her Instagram story or something, and I was like, this is kind of cool. But they describe themselves as LA bubblegum punk. So do with that what you will. I'm gonna go see about this. Listen to The 10th. I really look and feel like a garden snail. It's uncanny. I feel moisturized like only a garden snail could be. And mayhaps a little greasy. I purely purchased the mask because it's like gimmicky and weird looking, and I had a gift card, so why not? Don't think I'd ever spend $12 on something like that again, because it was messy and weird, and I don't know. I'm gonna go make boxed mac and cheese and add green enchilada sauce to it, because I have a whole big can that I don't want going to waste. Bye! Stay snaily.